Indiana Disability History Project, Indiana Institute on Disability and Community, Indiana University.
SightSaving Classroom Experience, Pauline Ulrey.
I went the first 2 years to Edgewood Grade School, which was just a regular school, but they really didn't know what to do with me, so they transferred me to this other school. It was in downtown Indianapolis, but I don't know if it was the Board of Education. It was somebody higher up anyway, provided taxi service to and from school every day for the kids that attended the SightSaving program that I was in. There were SightSaving rooms, if I remember correctly, in about 5 different grade schools throughout Indianapolis. So ours wasn't the only school for SightSaving classes. We had what I consider like a homeroom, and the teacher in there was trained specifically for blind and visually impaired kids. It's probably about the closest thing to mainstreaming they had back in those days. But we attended classes with the quote-unquote regular kids. But then we had a lot of time back in the SightSaving room with the teacher, and she did all of our reading assignments and so forth to us. She didn't do them for us. She read it to us, and we had to do the work. We went to class with the other kids, but we only, like history, those kind of things. We had math and spelling and writing and things like that with the SightSaving teacher. So we did not go to math classes or anything like that, but the English and history and those kind of things, we went with the other kids. And that's when she would come back and she would read the reading assignment to us for the homework. And for the test, she would read the tests and mark them the way we told her. It was really tremendous. I learned to type in the 2nd grade, and that has been a godsend throughout my entire life. I didn't know anything about Braille until I was in the 8th grade, and there was another student came in who had been at the blind school, and he showed me what Braille was. I don't know if it was the philosophy type thing or not, but it was just something that we didn't use. They used, for those who had enough vision, they had a lot of large print. Everything was in large print. But otherwise, the teacher read it to us, and we just really, I don't think she knew Braille either, for that matter.
The high school years.
We had all of our other classes with sighted kids, and then we had the SightSaving room again with the teacher who read our assignments and so forth. And we had math and algebra and geometry and all of those with the regular kids. But the teachers were very used to working with visual impairments, because I remember going in like over lunch hour or something like that and getting more of a hands-on type explanation of what she had gone over in class.
Remembering the teachers.
The grade school, elementary school, was not near as productive in. It was more, I learned more in the SightSaving room than I did in the actual classes, because there was no accommodation. Like I say, in high school, the teachers would work extra with me on off times and so forth, and they were a lot more used to working with visually impaired kids than what they were in grade school. But they did a wonderful job, but I didn't get as much out of it as what I feel like I got from high school. Like I say, both of my teachers were just outstanding, and my high school teacher was insisting that I go to college, and I went to vocational rehab, and they said I wasn't college material. She said, "Yes, you are," and she paid the first 4 semesters of my college education.
Music, Redwood Trail, produced by Indiana Institute on Disability and Community, Center for Health Equity, funded by the Indiana Governor's Council for People with Disabilities. Copyright 2019, the Trustees of Indiana University.